What's up, guys? So there's one concept that I really want you to understand that I'm going to dive into this video. It's called trend. And I'm going to show you guys why it's so important and how today I actually ended up break even or up like 100, 200 bucks. And I'm also going to explain to you why my loss is so much bigger than my wins. So I'm going to break that down for you. But let's go ahead and start with the coin trade I took, because this one's really going to dive into trend and kind of show you how everything ended up playing out. So take a look at coin. Now, the basis for me wanting to enter in this today was simply based off of a higher time frame demand zone. Okay, so price comes down. We have this daily demand zone right here. I had that drawn in. Price was gapping down towards it, so I put it on my watch list. Now, if we zoom in this daily demand zone, right, I don't want to just simply be buying right as price enters demand. Okay, this is a huge stop loss. If I was putting my stop at the bottom, and I have to target all the way up here. And I wasn't looking for that, right? I was simply looking for a quick day trade, a quick scalp that I could trade on coin. So here's essentially what happened. Market opens, and the key thing that you need to understand is that trend is so key, okay? Yes, I could get in right as price hits demand, but there's no confirmation, right? Who knows what's going to happen? And so the thing that I want to look for when it comes to this is, when do we start to see an uptrend form on a smaller time frame, right? This is a daily demand zone. And so I zoomed in on the 1 minute. I'll look at the 5 minute as well. But I really want to understand, what is the trend, okay? And at the end of the day, trend is really defined by, is price making higher highs and higher lows, or lower lows and lower highs, okay? And so in the beginning, when price ends up hitting coin, we come down into it, we have a low. We make a high, we make another low. So now I'm starting to think, okay, we're in a downtrend. I don't really want to touch it. I don't want to mess with it. And then we start to see price make a high, a low, another high, and another low, another high, another low. And I start to see an uptrend form. And not only do we start to see an uptrend form with a lower low and then a higher high, or a higher low and then a higher high, but we also see price take out these previous highs here, right? Price takes out this high, price takes out the opening price, okay? And so I start to see that, as well as with a few other confirmations during this time. So at this point, right, as soon as price makes this high here, I say to myself, okay, we're in a higher time frame demand, okay? I want to look for a good entry. I want to look to get long. We start to see an uptrend form. That's my confirmation that price is going to move higher. So in this pullback here, I end up getting long, okay? Right around this area. Put my stop down at the low a day. First target is going to be at this gap fill here, okay? It's just like that, a little bit over 1 hour trade. And so now the way I actually traded this with options, I actually ended up shorting the 81 puts and buying I think it was 79 or 78 puts. I got a credit spread, taking advantage of that decay. That's for a whole nother video. But essentially, why I only ended up making $1,000 here and $1,700 loss on Baidu, which I'll show you that trade, is because when price hit my first target right at this gap fill, right, this is the previous day's close, it's going to act as supply, I got out half of my position. So I got out half, basically making almost $1,000. And then I was holding runners for a move up to this liquidity level here, okay, for about a 2.2 hour trade. I was going to hold a few more runners up to this liquidity level up here as well, right? I'm a big fan of holding runners, getting out, locking in profits along the way as well. So price does that, I end up getting out, and then price just ends up coming back down on my entry, and I get out the rest, break even. Stop out, move my stop up, get out the rest, break even. As you can see, ended up making me about $900 or $1,000. So that was the trade on coin, right? The key thing there that I waited for to make this trade work was simply trend. Now, if we look at Baidu, also DKS, I'm not going to go over, but that was a similar trade. Baidu, on the other hand, right, this was the similar setup actually. So Baidu on a demand zone, this was the demand zone I was looking at. Okay, we can zoom in on like a 2 hour. We're gapping down quite a bit. We had a beautiful little 2 hour demand zone right here, just like this. So I went to the 1 minute. I looked at what was going on. I saw, okay, price made a low, made a small pullback, another low, and we ended up making a high here, okay? Now, the thing that's really important is having a system in place for all your trades to make sure you're staying accurate with how you trade, okay? And so I actually use a 3-phase system for all of my trades. And if you guys want to learn more about that three-phase system, I made free online training for you. Okay, goes over it step by step exactly what it is. I'm gonna leave that link in that description there for you after this video. But you guys can see how when price ended up coming back up, we ended up breaking this high here. Okay, and to me, that was a confirmation of, okay, we're in demand. We popped up, we broke this high. I'm gonna look to get in a pullback to get long. Okay, and what I recognize now, obviously at hindsight, but coming back into it, is that on coin, I ended up waiting for another higher high and higher low to form, right? You can see your price made this low, made a low, made a high, made a low, and then we made another high, another low, and another one, right? So there's multiple opportunities in this low here and in this low here where it's very clear that an uptrend has established. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 points of reference where we start to see higher highs, higher lows, where it's very clearly an uptrend at this point, right? The thing that I did with Baidu is I got in a little bit early, right? I wasn't that patient. We saw one high break, right? So we saw a little bit of supply break. We never saw a higher low form and a higher high yet, right? And so I got in a little early. I got in here and I'm stopping out below here demand. And so what I should have waited was to remove another high to be made and then catch the low there and then catch another leg up from there and put my stop below this low, right? That would have been the more logical thing to do. And so on Baidu, I ended up losing 1R, right? That's a full R, close to $2,000 there. Coin, on the other hand, if it had ran up all the way to my runners, hit my final targets, it would have been a nice 3-4 R trade, making me 3,000-4,000, maybe even $5,000 if I held some runners up to 86, right? So really, when it comes to Baidu, when it comes to coin, it's really important that you guys understand trend, okay? And yes, even though price came down, broke this low, I stopped out at the right place. Very happy with how the trade went. But looking back hindsight, I could have said, well, with coin, we saw that extra leg, right? Instead of getting in, like here, this would have been where I would have gotten in Baidu, right? On that first leg up and then that pullback, right? We only have that first leg up and then a pullback. With coin, we had a few more, established trend. We had a high, low, and high, low. And so trading this way, where you have that extra confirmation of waiting for that, extra high and that low to form, as opposed to Baidu, where I got in a little bit early, simply allowed me to lose money on Baidu and make money on coin. And at the end of the day, right, I am happy with how I traded. 2 trades, basically break even on the day. And same thing with DKS. If that would have ran to my target, it would have made me $3,000-$4,000. So even though today my loss was a lot bigger than my wins, I'm very happy with how I traded, because if my targets finally hit, it would have been a 2-3R trade. So it would have been a very solid trade. So I wanted to come on here though and show you guys exactly kind of why the importance of trend is really important, how you can understand higher highs and higher lows. And if you can really understand what the trend is and stick with it, that's going to help make you a lot more money in your trading. So if you guys did enjoy this video, okay, click that first link in the description. Check out that free online training I made. It's going to map out everything you need to know for my 3-phase system. Subscribe down below, or comment down below other videos I should make. Subscribe. Leave a like as well if you enjoyed. And yeah, let me know other videos I should make. If you guys like these trade recaps, if you want more in-depth tutorials, educational videos, whatever it is, let me know. I look at all the comments and I'll go ahead and make some more videos for you guys. So that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.